My name is Nancy Cushen White, and currently I'm on the clinical faculty at UCSF in Pediatrics Division of Adolescent and Young Adult Medicine. But I started out as a classroom teacher. So teachers constantly will say, well, how fast should I? Because in our training program is a month long, and we teach a group of children, and the teachers taking the course observe for an hour and a half lesson with a group. And then each of those students in the group becomes the practicum student of one of the teachers. And so when they're working with the students or when they're just talking about working with the kids that they work with all the rest of the time, how fast can I go? As fast as you can, but as slowly as you must. And they don't like that because you're not really answering the question. But you can answer the question if you're not working with the student. And you don't want to go so slowly that they don't feel challenged. You don't want to go so quickly that they're not getting the practice that they need. And sometimes you need to do both things where you're moving ahead, but you're still practicing and giving extra practice for those things. And it's a bit, the dynamic in a group is somewhat different. And I know that the OG is more, although it's certainly used in groups now, but it is more designed for one-to-one instruction, which can be wonderful, but there are many wonderful advantages of group as long as every kid in the group is taking every single turn. It's not going to be as effective if there are 10 kids and nine of them are, somewhere else and the other one. So that's what we call it. You're the student teacher. You're teaching everybody. Everybody else is an active learner. If we're writing in the air, everybody's writing in the air. If the student teacher is speaking out loud, you're moving your mouth and saying what you anticipate you need to say. You're just not saying it out loud. But then they all get the same amount of practice. It also means that within the lesson, there are certain parts where some kids would be more successful as modeling it at the very beginning for everybody, and some other students might need to see that part several times before it's their turn, and then that may be different for different parts of the lesson. So it's and that just comes with practice, but being precise, using language that is consistent from the beginning, not just using language that you want to use for that lesson and then changing it for the same thing the next time, then that just gets confusing.